Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Lana from millennialships.com, your place for self-care and relationship advice. And today I'm going to be talking about how to fight anxiety. Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about anxiety and some tips and tricks that I have come across that will help you cope with anxiety. The first thing that I want to talk about before we get into them is that anxiety is a super normal, healthy thing that happens to us. I don't want you guys to think that you're weird or different from feeling anxious because it's actually super normal. So before we get into it, let's analyze what anxiety is and why we feel that way. And it's because it's a byproduct of something that has been developed in us for many years. Back in the day when we were cavemen, there was a lot of external environmental dangers to our bodies. So this was like animals or extreme weather, things like that. These things were dangerous to us. So basically, the humans who developed an excessive amount of caution and fear, and they would respond quickly to signs of danger, those are the humans that would actually be alive. People who didn't fear or who didn't live their life in a cautious way were going to be the ones that were eaten by the lion. So that's kind of why we have fear, and how come it's such a strong emotion that we feel, a sense of impending doom. This is something we feel very strongly because back in the day, it was directly related to our actual survival. For example, happiness and living a life in a happy way, that kind of thing it didn't matter. If you were happy or if you were sad, you were still alive, so it didn't really matter. But fear and anxiety actually did have an impact on your life. So that's kind of why we feel anxiety in such a strong way, and it is totally 100% normal thing. In fact, 40 million Americans say that they suffer from anxiety. So that's more people than live in Canada. So more people than live in Canada, than the population of Canada in the US, claim that they have anxiety and that they feel anxiety. And that is because it is very common. It is totally natural. It's a very human, normal thing. And if you don't feel anxiety and you don't have fears, that's a little bit weird, actually. That's when you might have like some brain damage or something. So, understanding that anxiety is normal and healthy is kind of a first step in realizing, okay, well, I can cope with this. It doesn't make me a weirdo. I'm just experiencing something that is a human thing to experience. So, the first way that we can try and tackle this is to interrupt the pattern. So, anxiety is a pattern. It's something that we get used to doing, especially if we suffer from anxiety a lot. And then our body likes things that are comfortable and that are familiar. So it gets into a habit, it gets into a routine. So for example, when I was going through a period where I was suffering from a lot of anxiety, if I was feeling like kind of happy and normal and calm, I would actually sit down and sort of think like, what can I worry about? Or like, what am I supposed to be stressing about right now? And I would actually think of reasons why I should be worried, just because it was such a natural, normal thing that I was so used to doing that when I wasn't feeling that way, it almost felt odd. It almost felt like something is weird now that everything feels normal. So don't do that. Don't seek out anxious thoughts or seek out things to worry about. That's kind of the first step into helping us overcome this. Now, I know it's not just as easy as being like, well, don't think of that, but just knowing that your body is so used to thinking of those things that it's actually going to find its way to those things is helpful in overcoming it. So I'm going to talk about the 5-second rule. That is something that came to us from Mel Robbins, who is a motivational speaker and wrote this famous book on a way to tackle anxiety. And what she explains in the book is that anxiety and excitement are actually the same physical emotion. So this is a way to kind of picture this. So like if you're really excited and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go on that vacation tomorrow or something like that. You might not be able to sleep. You might have like your thoughts racing through your head about this trip that you're going on. You might even have butterflies or feeling of, excitement in your stomach. And all of these things are the same feelings as being anxious. They're the same feelings as being scared. But you don't think that they're bad feelings. You're excited about them. I feel this way whenever I'm going on a trip because I'm super excited about that thing. I can't wait for it to happen. It's like a child on Christmas Eve, can't go to sleep because he's so excited. And those feeling, that emotion, that physical feeling is the same as being anxious. So Mel tells us here that we just need to trick our brain into realizing why we're feeling this way, because anxiety and excitement feel the same to our body. So if you can tell your brain, oh, I'm just feeling this way because I'm excited for a trip, then it feels calming and relaxing. But if your brain is saying, I'm feeling anxious this way because I've got a huge test tomorrow, then it feels agitating and not calming. So this is the trick, is that you have to teach your brain to look at these feelings in a positive way. So how can we do that? It's tough. Like, you can't just say, think positively. That's not going to work. So Mel tells us here that what we do is we use the 5-second rule. So the 5-second rule is to be used along with an anchor thought. So I know it's getting a little complicated, but this is all you have to know, is the anchor thought is something that is happy and that is related to the thing that you're feeling. So, for example, let's say you're nervous about going onto a flight because you don't like flying. So you're getting a little bit anxious about going onto the flight. So instead of telling yourself, I'm feeling anxious because I'm scared of the flight, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and replace it with your anchor thought, which is, I can't wait to be on the beach in Mexico. Okay? So your anchor thought is something that's happy and it's related to the situation that you're doing. You don't want it to be something super random. You want it to be related. So you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can't wait to be on the beach. Can't wait. Love the beach. And then when you do that, you are tricking your brain into saying, oh, that's why I feel anxious. That's why I'm feeling, a little bit off. It's because I can't wait to be on the beach. And you're going to find that this really, really works. It works like a charm. It works. It's so great. So this can be done in any situation. Any situation you can think of an anchor thought that's going to make you feel happy. Imagine like a big conversation that you have with your boss or something like that. If you're feeling anxious, or a presentation, always just think of like the positive outcome that's going to happen after you have done this thing. So if you nail the presentation, you're going to feel really great. Or if you nail the thing with your boss, you might get a raise, right? So just always thinking about that positive outcome, doing the 5 countdown, and replacing with the anchor thought immediately, and that is going to help you with your anxiety. So that's all I'm going to touch on right now. I might do an how to treat anxiety part 2 that explains a few of my other tips, but that was kind of like the main one that I wanted to share with you guys because I think it works really well and I think it's going to help you a lot. If you guys are into this kind of stuff and like self-care and stuff like that, I have a 10-day free self-care challenge to help you on your self-care journey. So if you'd like to check that out, be sure to click the link below. And if you're liking the videos, be sure to click the like button and subscribe for more videos. And I will see you next time.